for Fields to turn, and down he goes. And for
protection, certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Olszewski now to return.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Here's Jones off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
High throw, but the catch is made. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be 2nd and goal. This is caught. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly.
On 4th down. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery running right through him. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 16 carries, 79 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Fields. He'll buy some time right. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Harris. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks him. The quick feet by Jackson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields looking middle. It's caught by Gronkowski. And down inside the 15 he goes. Gronk's first catch. Good for a 1st down.
Here's Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Devin Funchess hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys run up the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
Now that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the 29, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Christian Barmore
able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brent?
Now Jones on 1st down. He'll find Harry on the right side. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing Jones. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And quickly, they get to the line. Inside the...
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Pass incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Jones. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, Jones. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots.
Nelson Aguilar, as the first half is winding down.
And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So we've come upon half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Stevenson.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Jones.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly get a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding. They stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Fields. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Chicago! Tim Patrick, 79 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are, but sometimes
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
first play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Jones now on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right.
Oh, taken in by Harry. A nice catch. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
92 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
On 1st down, Fields. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Off the play fake. Jones.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off play action. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Fighting to stay upright. And that is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They run for it with Harris. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here.
And brought down, but not a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is Harris. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, this is Harris.
151 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a give, running left is Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 5 now. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And this will be caught. We'll forget taking.
You're going to throw it too. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game.